me, fella. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Tor Ego, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the Power Band. This is The Blah. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host, the Wolverine, along with my intrepid companions, Combos. And Slave 2.
What? I don't remember the origin of combos. What was the origin of combos? Because I got so confused last week. I thought that was
It's
me.
a snack item.
I know, but why?
It's a pretzeled snack item.
No,
Okay.
it's not a snack item. Well, it is a snack item.
It's a lifestyle? Is that what you...
No, that's...
There is an excellent channel on YouTube called The Elephant Graveyard, and they do like an hour radio show. I'm not sure quite how often they release these, but they're obviously do them on the radio. They release them on YouTube and social media, etc. And they're essentially just like really wacky, sort of like nihilistic humor, sort of where they use AI puppetry, essentially, like they're using a thing to make it sound like. So the combos one is like they're making it sound like they're Neil deGrasse Tyson and they're driving around New York.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I remember we talking about that.
Trying out different fast food because they don't want to do Cosmos anymore, and they couldn't get the name Cosmos, so they went with combos.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. But it's if you have time for just some to listen to something for an hour, that's
I like hijinks.
really just goofy and kind of nonsensically hilarious.
I'm down, dude.
That's it. And they they have a bunch of content. So
I love it.
It's very cool. And they're actually releasing a new combos tomorrow.
Nice.
Okay.
That was the first combos episode. So
Perfect.
anybody out there, I highly recommend listening to it. It's
All right,
it's
sick.
worth your time.
And Chad. What's up?
And Chad.
What do you mean, dude? I said Slave 2.
I don't even remember. I was kind of hung up. I was hung up on the combos. I'm dusty.
You're dusty, dude. You're still
dusty.
thinking about the denim.
I'm Dusty Rhodes. I went to a double denim party last night and drank a few too many beers, so I'm dusty.
Who asked what the combos was?
Me, yeah, it was me because Ken was like, "And Chad," and I was just like, "Oh, hang on, I need to do this huge diversion." What is this?
Well,
What's a combo? And then
Whose
on top
fault
of
is that, sir?
and then
You
Ben, on top
asked.
of going out and drinking last night and being all hobbled this morning, he sent through this super fired up WhatsApp message an hour ago. He's like, dude, just reboot my computer. I'll be right there. I'm
Daylight savings, homie. Daylight savings.
I was like, daylight, dude, you got an hour. We'll see you in a little bit.
excuse me. Right on.
Yeah,
All good.
I could have definitely used that extra hour of sleep, but whatever.
Shit,
I'll
dude.
just be confused throughout the episode. It's the way it is.
It's okay,
As
man.
usual.
Just kind of like you
I
normally
don't think
are.
this is going to take long. Or
No,
I hope
no,
this is going to take long.
So, recommendations?
Well, yeah, right. So, folks, we're going to jump straight to recommendations.
Don't watch
We're gonna
this
sign
movie,
off. No.
and we'll see you next week.
Well, I usually say welcome to the show, folks, and I will say welcome to the show. And I will also say you did not ask. You did not ask. In fact, nobody asked for this. I don't even know how this happened, but
We
did
tried to
it
talk
anyway.
ourselves out of it.
Possibly, we did. Possibly against our better judgment. We watched the 1987, I believe, classic piece of whatever. It's a movie. It's there. Disorderlies, starring those beloved rappers from the 80s, the Fat Boys. And that would be Prince Marky D, Damon Cool Rockski Wembley, and Buff Love Darren Robinson, also known as the Human Beatbox.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it. High level, if that is such a thing.
That was a
That
was a movie. It had an hour. They did things for an hour and a half.
It was a movie, and I watched it.
I remember this movie.
I do
don't
too.
know.
I remember when I started
enjoying
watching
this
it.
movie when I was
too.
young. I must have been a
know,
baby. I don't, I remember it's like Home Alone, dude. I remember
It's like
the
suppressed
poker
memories,
with the
yeah.
pills scene being this huge thing and being so funny.
Yeah.
And it was literally 4 seconds, and I could give a flying fucking rat fuck about this movie. It was so fucking dumb. I was like, yo, I made Em watch with me. I was like, dude, we got to watch this old 80s movie. It's going to be so, and like, honestly, dude, it was like she got like a minute into the movie and fell asleep, and I like just stayed up all night watching it. And
you said, God bless you, girl. You're in a better place.
You are. So I don't know. I actually thought about like coming on and pretending that I liked this movie just to kind of fucking pull the wool over a little bit, but I can't even bring myself to do that.
Well, I mean, there are some suppressed memories there. Benny, what did you think?
I thought it was incredibly stupid.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
It was very, very stupid. I don't know. There was something weirdly charming about that. Like watching the Fat Boys try to do Three Stooges stuff badly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna say it was stupid. It was really stupid. It wasn't that funny. I don't know. It was somehow stupid. Slightly charming.
Okay.
It was, I'll agree with you. It was charming, and I definitely had some nostalgia on this. Like I was like, wow, I do remember this movie. Like somewhere deep, like 5 levels of Inception deep into my memory, I was like, wow, there's some synapses are firing. I'm remembering this movie, and I'm remembering liking this, and this being like a thing back in the 80s, man, because it was like the Fat Boys.
It was a thing, wasn't it? It was a thing.
It was. I mean, it was the Fat Boys. The Fat Boys were kind of like they could rap, dude, and they had human beatbox, and like they were just kind of goofy and funny too, but like they actually knew how to rap. So why somebody thought it would be a good idea to put them in a movie is utterly beyond me. But
I mean, it is a very well-established genre, Kev. Rappers doing things in real life as a group
with like A caliber actors like Ralph Bellamy. Yeah, totally. So I don't know. Like I kind of watched it, and I was like, there were times when my attention was waning, not to anybody's surprise at all, I'm sure. So then I started rewatching
another movie.
No. Me being me too, because I was thinking about the movie, right? Thinking about it, because I watched it like a night or two ago, and then I was like, I was like, well, let me watch it again and see.
Dude, no, come on.
If I can re-engage and sort of
some joy out of this.
mine anything else out of it. I didn't really mine anything earth-shattering out of it at all, but and I didn't not make it through a full second watch, but I did watch it, and I was like, okay, like Ben said, I was like, it's charming, it's got its moments, but it's other than that, it's just kind of there. Kind of segueing into like the unpacking section, I think I was like, the burning question I started developing during the second viewing was like, how in the fuck did they get Ralph Bellamy to do this movie? Like, he is...
I mean, I don't know.
He's an icon. And then I started thinking, I was like, well, wait a minute. I was like, this is kind of like Trading Places, which he was in with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was a comedian, not a rapper, but, he was... It's like got that same kind of fish out of water formula, except in this one, like... These 3 wacky hoodlums sort of, turn out the stuffy old white guy by taking him to a roller rink. Hey, who would have thought?
I mean, it wasn't the roller rink that really got him going, to be fair. It was the Asian girl in his lap that he married, which is the weirdest thing ever.
Yes.
Right?
So weird.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It was bizarre, dude. So I think, like, that was the only thing I could think of was that, maybe Ralph Bellamy was like, oh, this will be like Trading Places. Sure, this will be great. Guess what? Trading Places, it ain't. So, I don't know. It was just kind of there. Yeah. But charming.
Sure.
You know,
There was a-
Marky D and his stupid raccoon cap. I mean,
right? There's some Kangol rocking around, at least one Kangol.
right.
I read an article recently. It was kind of like I don't know, I guess it was an interview, but it was Clooney and Pitt
Talking about this movie?
hanging out. No, yeah, they were like, dude, have you guys seen it? So we're going to remake it. Dude, George Clooney is going to be the human beatbox. No, like they were hanging out at Brad Pitt's place in Italy. So it was like, I think it was for like GQ or some shit. So there's like all these fucking GQ-y photos where they get them to wear fancy clothes and then just like talk to them. It was a bit of a weird thing, but it was an interesting piece because it was like the interviewer sitting with these dudes and they were talking about them, not necessarily in the twilight of their careers, but at one point they were talking about recent roles and whatever. And they were just talking about like how as you get older, you move down the call sheet and like, that's fine. And they were talking about people in their kind of A-list status that gets older and then don't realize you're going to move down the call sheet and they get all shitty about it. And then like, they stop getting calls. But if you're willing to do some dumb shit, you'll get some work. And I don't know. I kind of feel like that's probably maybe where this was for Bellamy. He's just like, whatever, man, it's a gig and fucking whatever, just do a gig for the love of the craft. Like, even if it's a shitty movie, you're like, I'm still in it, I don't know.
Yeah, I think, that's a
Nick
possibility.
Cage has done it. Fucking
yeah, sure. It's true.
Christopher Walken has done it, like sometimes,
and to their glory,
get a paycheck, I guess.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe probably too. You could throw in there. I think like with somebody like Bellamy at the age that he was at, which was, he was fucking old dude at this point, like probably 80. He had done that cameo in Coming to America plus Trading Places. This guy was in the twilight of his career or the end of his career. And
sure.
When you get to be that age as an actor, they probably just like, there's not a lot of guys like that in that band. You know what I mean? So they probably were just like, hey, do you want to do this movie? Here's a big fucking bag of cash, bro.
Yeah, he's like, okay, man, I'll fucking rap. I don't give a shit.
He was like, all right, sure, why not? He's funny. He doesn't even save this movie. He kind of adds, he adds more charm to it because he's such a charming guy, like he's so endearing, man. Like it's really difficult not to like Ralph Bellamy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's
so
it.
let's do the NDR.
It's just a premise. I think the thing that caught me the most here, which is pretty obvious, is like, it's like a bad example of some of the stuff we've talked about with like, I don't know, Spies Like Us or the comedies of the era that were willing to just do shit that was like risque, like I just find it so funny. Like, we got fired because we ate 17 chocolate cakes for the third time this week.
Oh my God.
Because we're fat, it's like, really?
Get it? We're the fat boys. We eat everything. That's what we do.
Because there was a couple of interviews. I watched an interview with the Fat Boys. They went on Regis and Kathy Lee to promote their album, and this movie was about to come out. And Regis is like, these guys love cakes. They're fat fucks. You're good for the Fat Boys, And I shit you not, they came out and like Regis whiteboyed so hard. Like, he had no idea why these guys were sitting in front of them. Fucking Buffy, like Darren Robinson, the big beatbox dude, he couldn't even sit on the stool. They had like, he was so fat. And then like, they were like, we've got a surprise for you, Fat Boys.
Another stool.
The Fat Boys are sitting there like, what the fuck? And he's like, you're not going to believe this. And it was like, they're going to bring out their moms or some shit. It's like, we've got the fat girls. And these 3 huge fat black girls come out and put a rap on. And it was like, that was their surprise, was they were going to like have fat chicks rap at the Fat Boys. It was the weirdest shit, man.
Oh, that's so awful, dude.
So just the sheer amount of fat shaming in this movie is just so funny and like not at all in keeping with what you can do these days. And I just it's so fucking ridiculous, man. Marky D is like hitting on that chick. She's like, you need to lose some of that fat if you want to go on a date with me.
No, she says blubber. She uses the word blubber.
Like, what the fuck, man?
I know.
So I don't know. It's just like the fact that it's such a huge angle, I just find really ridiculous. I don't know.
I know, and it's kind of sad too, man, because like watching them in the movie, it's just like, yo, man, we're gonna get some pizza around here. I need a cheeseburger, and then it's like I start doing a deeper dive. I didn't go quite as Chad. You went down to you went down to the center of the earth, bro.
Yeah, there's red threads all over my room.
Yeah, I didn't get to.
It's actually Twizzlers. I got Twizzlers connected to Twizzlers, and I've been eating them.
I didn't get down to the interview portion of my deep dive, but I did read a bunch of stuff about it, and I was like, oh, Beatbox died like 5 years after the movie,
like 30. He had like a heart attack at like 33 or something.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah, or younger. I don't remember when he was born, but one of them died when he was.
I was there when he was born.
One of them died when they were 58. So,
That's
like
crazy.
one of them died of a heart attack when they were
but-
58. So I was like, all right, well, fat on, I guess. I don't know. So,
I don't know.
I mean, if you're gonna, get down with dominoes all the time, maybe that's gonna happen. Maybe not.
That's
I
what
don't
it
know.
is. That's how all the Ninja Turtles died. They had heart attacks. The fat thing is a huge thing. I remember these guys, and I remember liking these guys, and I don't know. I love this era of rap where they're like the hippity hip hop, the hop rapping. I like rhyming, and it's like it's really bad rapping and rhyming.
Right.
It's kind of before you had to like really be good at rapping, but they were still beloved and they're still considered legendary in the space, even though like it's such
question
like
about it.
basic raps. I don't know. It's funny.
Well, it's back when hip hop was super young, dude. It was in its infancy. You know what I mean? And like these guys were
Rap
these
was
guys are,
basic back then. I mean,
it was that, and I'm fine with it. Yeah.
I mean, there definitely was better stuff at the time.
Sure.
More sophisticated stuff, I guess I'll say, at the time. But it wasn't like out of, comically out of place.
No.
It seems comically out of place now.
It does now, yeah. Just looking
I
back.
don't know. In some ways, I miss that shit.
I kind of do too. Yeah, I kind of do too.
There's a super raw quality to like that early New York stuff before it kind of spread around the country. Certainly well before the West Coast shit came out. So,
totally.
I think like you can still when you listen to them because I listened to a couple of their tracks and I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. Like this is pretty good, man. And
yeah.
It's got that same energy and rhythm. Cadence as KRS-One, Public Enemy, like
super
all
early
that stuff.
Beasties.
Like Eric B. To me, Eric B. was the first guy that was kind of like had a different kind of rhythm going on, but it was still very raw and very New York, So I don't know. And they were kind of. I mean, they were kind of like the Clowns too. Yeah, like that was their thing. Hey, we're the three fat guys. And there's that. So.
It sounds like they were also forced into it. I am now in
your in-depth analysis. Yes,
I'm a Mortal Kombat Fat Boy historian.
Let me get my pipe out. Hang on.
Yeah, no, there was a interview with the dude that's not dead, the one of them that didn't die of a heart attack. He was talking about like the breakup of the crew, and they all grew up together or whatever, and. He was saying that the studios wouldn't let them put out their tunes and they were like, because they like Louie and a couple of other kind of cover tracks. And I remember those. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that they got $0 from them because all of the royalties went to the creators of Louie or whatever. So he's like, we weren't making any money and the studio wouldn't let us come out with any music. They just made us do all this shit. And eventually we were just burnt out and was like, all right, fucking see you, dude.
Yeah, that's called a strategy to make somebody go away and die,
Yeah. So, I mean,
I'm with it.
Added to the commercial part of it. You could totally see them just being forced to go on like a Regis and Capulet and like, talk about fucking pizza, it's like, all right.
Right. I know. That's back when like white people were like, rap? What's that?
What's the hippity hop? Yeah, exactly.
I'm too white for that. Like I think the other thing too, like, well, I watched the only like video content I kind of got into was I watched The Wipeout featuring the Beach Boys in its entirety, dude.
Oh,
and
hell yeah,
like,
totally. Yeah.
I was like, dude, the Beach Boys really don't do anything in this song. You know what I mean? Like the video, they just kind of like drive around New York and every time they pass people, this is such like an 80s video, dude. Like all of a sudden everybody's in beachwear and like everything around them is like beach themed. It was so stupid, dude. It was so dumb. Holy shit.
What did we watch recently that had the Beach Boys in it? Am I just being ridiculous?
You are.
I watched something recently that had the Beach Boys in it.
You watched something recently. We did not watch any such item.
I don't know.
Right.
For a fucking ridiculous movie, it did have some EBD fave cast members.
Yeah. Hello. Like
Tony Plana.
I know. Hefe himself.
Dude, I mean, I was like, where the fuck do I know that dude from? I kind of didn't get it straight away, but
would you say you have a plethora of piñatas?
Exactly.
And then also the certainly loved by me, dude, Marco Rodriguez.
Yeah, man.
Again, dude is everywhere. He's everywhere in every decade, and this is, 80s were no exception. Obviously, he was in The Supermarket, Greaseball, and Cobra, most famously.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Sure. Most famously for us.
Well, yeah, certainly for us. And then the guy that was the sort of the evil nephew or whatever God, this plot is so dumb.
It's so bad.
I've got a gambling oh, fuck. I just broke my Hulk pen. God damn it. I'm going home. I am home. That guy that played the nephew or whatever that was trying to get his fortune with a gambling problem was in General Hospital. It seemed like I recognized him, but didn't really recognize him, It was like, oh, that guy
He's in UHF. I haven't seen that in a long time, though. He was Philo.
I haven't seen UHF in forever, dude. So
Forever. I feel like that's one that Benny's like, oh, yeah, Philo, totally. But, dude, General Hospital for that dude, I was just like looking around his IMDb. He's in 1,936 episodes of General Hospital. That's not a joke.
That can't be right, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a lot.
That show didn't run that long.
1978 to 2017, and it was probably one of those 40 episodes a season thing or something. But I think that's amazing.
If it was on network, it was a minimum of 24.
I want that to be true so bad because that's a lot of episodes of TV, man.
78 to 2017, that would do it.
So I don't know. But in terms of anything else to talk about here, man, I'm at a bit of a loss.
Well, I mean, let's see what old Mulvey has in his
old Ben Higo.
In his old Ben Higo, what old Mulvey's got in his notes.
Yeah, I ain't got shit.
That's all right, man.
We ain't found shit.
Look, we agreed to do this. We agreed to lean into it and not back out. And
when we decided, I was like, I don't think this is a good idea, guys. So show me the money. Right. Spider-Man, show me the money. Let's do it.
So I got
I don't know.
There were some highlights that I wrote down.
No, there weren't.
As Ben said, the cartoon noises, the Stooges thing, that was really an interesting choice. I don't know why they
bad.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
bad. Just Mr. Fair Moldy.
This is the shtick now.
You're
okay,
right.
You need to try and come up with a word that's going to be like, nah, the whole rest of the show.
That's fine. All right. So the cartoon noises were just dumb, and the Three Stooges stuff was just really bad, man. Really bad. I mean, like some of the cartoon noises, I was like, okay, I can kind of get behind this, but like it just made it dumber, man. It didn't add anything to it. And then when Bellamy got a little boy when the chick sat on his lap,
ridiculous.
I was like, no, dude, please, no. So yeah, that was a little bit cringy, man. I would say this. I would say the best part of this movie is with hands down. No. Hands down is the pill dispenser bleep bleep.
That was pretty sick.
That thing was
that's fair.
Crazy, man. It was like
how do you get to that? You're like, how can we? They got like fucking Stan Winston in to do some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, how can we?
Stan, we've got a project for
cool? You. We've got the perfect thing. That was funny. I kind of want one of those. That's one of those things that you like get for $10 at like the auction props, and it's like from the actual movie, and then people are like, "Oh, what's that?" It's like, have you ever seen Disorderlies?
Yeah, have you ever seen Disorderlies? I think that bleep bloop possibly came from another movie because it looked like out of place and it was weird, you know, but it was really cool. It was like it had all these cool like lights that did nothing on the front, you know, and it made all the noises, you know, like you know, and like the old butler guy explaining it was like it was really funny too, you know. And I was bummed. I was bummed it didn't have like a silly name like the Piltron 3000 or something like that. You know what I mean?
I definitely am with you on that, dude. Like that was you're right. That was cool.
That was the only cool.
Maybe not cool, but it was in context of the rest of the movie, it was cool.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think I definitely dug the roller rink. I mean, this is pure nostalgia, man. Like the roller rink, you know, I used to go to the roller rink. The roller rink was the shit. It was awesome, man. And it was just like that place, you know, just like disco lights and all that. Everybody's out there just cruising around having fun, man. It was cool. So I like that.
On a skateboard though.
Yeah,
I did notice that, which was super weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet you couldn't get into roller skates. He was a big boy, dude.
Who, Beatbox?
Yeah, he was a big boy.
Yeah, he was for sure.
He's a thick boy.
Did either of you notice that the DJ at the roller rink looked like a young Lionel Richie with like close cropped hair?
No, but I love the chick singing. She was rocking it so hard. That was her big moment. She's like,
she was cute, man.
Big.
Yeah,
crush
she was cute too, man. She was crushing it, dude. She was just giving it.
She killed it. She killed it. I think I loved the like. I thought they were gonna do some sort of like gang shit in there, where there's like those like when you're a jet roller skate dudes, kind of like fucking skate dancing for a minute there, and I thought they were gonna get up on the boys' grills and they were gonna have a skate off or some shit.
Because that's what this movie needed.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what those movies did.
Would have been kind of cool.
It wouldn't have surprised me.
No, it's like kind of like Breakin' or whatever the other, you know, breakdancing movies were. Beat Street.
Beat Street.
I love Beat Street, dude.
Dude, that movie is on Tubby right now. Because when I finished Disorderlies, no, I'm not kidding. I finished Disorderlies the other night, and like something else started playing, and I wasn't looking at the TV, and then I looked up, and I was like, "What is this?" And then it was like it said Beat Street. I was like,
autoplayed Beat Street. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't know because they did Crush Groove. Yeah. Have you ever? I've never seen Crush Groove. Have you guys ever seen Crush Groove? The other Fat Boys movie? No, I've never either.
Now, is that a Fat Boys movie, or is that like a movie that is like more kind of like about hip hop or rap rather, and they just happen to be in it?
Yeah, I have no context. I know Crush Groove from, I think like some of the lyrics from Tribe Called Quest. I'm not familiar at all. Like I'll take it. Like the Rolling Stones are killing me right now. They're like that you're dead, C-Lab. So I don't know. I feel like I should know that movie.
Well, I mean. God, we should have had the Stallones on for this.
We should have.
I know, right?
They all play themselves.
It's a musical comedy.
Same director. Same director did not the Dragon one. Show enough. No. I love that movie.
No,
dude.
The Last Dragon.
Fuck, that's good.
Yeah. No, we talked about that.
And Cooley High, I've heard reference too. So like these. It sounds like these are all pretty legendary flicks back in the old school New York hip hop days. So
yeah, but dude, this Crush Groove movie has Run DMC in it, Curtis Blow, Blair Underwood. Holy shit, Ricky Bell, as in Belle Biv DeVoe.
ABC.
Oh my god,
we're New definitely edition.
Dude, the Beastie Boys are in it. Holy shit!
I'm over my skis here. I'm making my white readiness very well.
That's all right.
Here.
Well, whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
All right. Anyways, so I don't know. This actually does have like a genre. You know, it did have. There was a lot of early hip hop style shit here. You know, like even some of the Kid and Play stuff. You know, I don't know.
You talking about Crush Groove or this?
I'm talking about like this and Crush Groove and Last Dragon. Era, it's kind of. It's not. It's like obviously the Last Dragon's like blaxploitation adjacent, but it's also like. Taking the piss out of like the you know kung fu movies too. Like I don't know. Like I don't 100%.
Know. No, it is. It kind of straddles the line there. You know, it's like kind of like it still has that like filthy tinge of bad taste, or rather bad taste of blaxploitation with like a tinge of like, hey, let's put rappers of a from a musical form that is brand new that everybody's scared of in the movie
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
I used to, I think I've talked about this at least once on the show a long time ago, but I used to live in a neighborhood in San Francisco. It was a very, very black neighborhood.
Is this the grill place with the guy that did the grills or whatever?
No, it was in that neighborhood though. But it used to be called the Fillmore back in the day, and it was a great neighborhood, man. And there were tons of barbershops, and you walk around doing your thing, and just the sheer amount of movie posters in the barbershops for movies I'd never heard of. They were like Martin Lawrence-y kind of movies, and it's just I didn't even know these movies existed. But it would be the advertising of the latest kind of movie in that space, and I don't know if this kind of microgenre relates to that, but it seems like it kind of does, I don't know. I
mean, I would say it's adjacent for sure.
But I guess for me, it was the MTV thing. Like MTV RAPS was kind of cool as shit when I was a teen because
all the time.
I was the only exposure I had to this whole kind of thing. And
dude, Ed and Dre, are you kidding me? Who the hell didn't watch that? God.
Yeah. So maybe that's where a lot of the nostalgia here comes from. But watching it now, it's a fucking ridiculous movie, dude.
It's ridiculous.
Three Stooges meets Weekend at Bernie's with some rap songs in it.
Kind of with some I wish I was trading places kind of mixed in as well. I don't know. I just the plot with the just Bellamy, you guys are just crazy. All of a sudden it's hey, you really turned me out. Wow, my life is so different now. All I needed to do was
go to a roller skate rink once.
Hang out with you guys, and wow, everything's different. And Asian chicks. And,
you guys sure do things differently, but man, you get results.
Yeah, exactly. There was a moment in the movie that made me laugh out loud, and it was right at the beginning. The whole crying parents on the plane thing was just absurd, dude. And it was sort of humorous in a dumb way. But the thing that really made me laugh was I did not see it coming at all. Was when Beatbox sits down in the airplane seat and puts his seat back, and it just completely flatlines on the guy behind him. But the guy's reaction is so good, man. It made me chuckle quite hard out loud.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was good.
Yeah. So there was that.
There was that. And there was the fact that their entire extended family was on an airplane, which is very old school. Saying goodbye.
We didn't walk you to the gate, man. We walked you all the way onto the plane. I remember when you could do that, dude. Of course, I also remember smoking on planes as well.
Smoking butts, yeah, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, there were two people in this movie that were in other things, just kind of going back to the cast thing. One of them is just a super obscure deep cut that nobody's going to care about, obviously, except me and possibly Slave 2. And that would be the guy that played Willie the dry cleaner from this episode of Seinfeld that Courtney Cox was in was the guy that was bitching about the cakes in the beginning.
Okay. I love that.
I was right on. But the real winner, Chicken Kev, is... Did the two of you notice who the large, bald cop was towards the end of the movie? And the guy was in a movie that we did that it spawned a lot of.
Sure. We lost Kev. Perfectly timed.
Chad, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Dude, you're pretty good beatboxer there, Benny. Do you have a background in beatboxing? Do you have a bachelor's of beatboxing? I feel like that's not the first time you've done that.
I can do it, but I'd try to do it as farty and badly as possible.
I love it.
Not as much.
I'm a bit of a farty beatboxer.
Not as much as your man. Every snare hit was but
oh my god. I feel like that just made up for the amount of white breadosity that I had a minute ago, being like, I think there are other movies with black people in them. I was being very, very, very out of touch a minute ago.
Maybe it just sounds better through the microphone. Yeah, I guess that's like right. Beatboxing would typically sound, you'd get the like gain and punch out of it.
Get into it. Yeah, totally. Dude, with Regis and Kathy Lee shit, you should check. I mean, it's actually not that funny, but like it's kind of funny. At one stage, it's like the old man kind of thing where like the fat boys are hanging out. And at one stage, I guess they had been on the show when they were kids on Regis's show. And Regis gave one of them shit for not talking. He's like, man, you dissed me. And Regis is like, what? He's like, you dissed me, man. He's like, I kissed you? He's like, no, you dissed me, man. Disrespect. And Kathy Lee's like, what did he say? Like they had no idea what the word diss meant because it was clearly a new word in the lexicon. It was just so funny.
Right.
Man.
Right.
Oh my God. It was the most awkward shit. Fucking guy. But I feel a bit like Regis spouting out about all that.
Hi, I'm Regis Philbin.
Hey. He's just like obviously just got thrown out there by his producers.
Can you teach me how to do that with my voice?
He did with the beatboxing. He's like, how do you do it? He tried to do it, and it was just so white bread, man. Oh my God. Well, you guys are clearly coming up in the world and making things happen. So, I'm a big fan of your new album. It's like, dude, you've never heard this album. You have no idea what the fuck's going on.
You kids gotta teach me how to do that rap.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Wow, that is the whitest sounding shit from the 80s.
We're doing Regis. Yeah, we're doing Regis.
Yeah, that's exactly what that sounds like.
So you actually missed out, and this whole thing of you not being in the show, this needs to stay in the episode because you missed out on Ben actually being really fucking good at beatboxing. It was actually really good, dude.
Damn it, dude.
Yeah, you missed it. And you deserve to miss it, sir, because your computer fucking sucks, sir.
We're both just going test, check 1, 2, like waiting for you to respond. So I just started beatboxing.
You just started that's why I was dancing.
I was hoping you would pop back in as I was doing it, but no.
Yeah, no, not like that. Way better.
Did you get the?
You'll get it in the edit. Oh fuck yeah, dude!
The window, the wet fingers on a window. I love that,
dude. I'll tell you that opening fucking track in this movie was such a fucking earworm, man. Holy shit! Fat boys. I couldn't stop singing it like half the day today. I was fat boys. And then it sort of peppered throughout it, you would get you could hear human beatbox going, oh. I can't even fucking, how is it that I can't do it, dude? Yeah. That was better than mine for sure. Anyway, back to the question I posed like an hour ago before my equipment shit the bed. Did you guys notice who the cop was?
I don't know if I noticed it at the time, but I think I saw in the aftermath that it's the dude from Over the Top. Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's Rick Zumwalt was his name, and the character he played was Bull Hurley.
And so he was the cop. Which cop was he?
It was not a lot of airtime, but like there's all of a sudden there's a shot of these cops driving down the road, and I was like, holy shit, I know that guy, man. I was like, that looks like Bull Hurley from Over the Top.
All right, sick. So you actually caught it in the moment. I love that.
Yeah, I did, and then yes, I did, which was great. And then I whipped out my my personal computing device, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it was Rick Zumwalt.
There you go. I love it.
That second watch did you good because.
Yeah,
I didn't notice at all.
No, I actually noticed that on the first. Somehow, I noticed it on the first watch because I was sort of like
paying 50 times more attention than either Ben or I.
Apparently so.
Well, I mean, look, when we do a movie, I like to I give it my all at the very least. And
yeah, you are historically well known for paying close attention to movies, not driving.
Well, that's also true, man. But it's our duty to the listeners.
There was another one, man. Do you see the other
Besides Willie the dry cleaner and Bill
Yeah.
Hurley? No.
Yeah, dude.
No. What?
Oh, I can't remember who he was. Hang on. He was. I'm totally blowing this. Jokes are all about timing. Fuck, I can't remember what he was. But
Podcast, so you can start over again.
that's true.
I can make it sound like great timing in the edit, Chad. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, and we'll even laugh.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Ready?
It wasn't.
And
It
let's
wasn't
go ahead
that
and
I
give
don't
it-
remember who it was. It's just I don't remember what he played. So he was pizza delivery man. He delivered the 18 pizzas. Ray Parker Jr.
Damn. What?
Yeah, dude. It will. Yeah,
The
legit.
Ghostbuster himself?
Fucking legit. I love that. I love
What?
that so hard.
Wow, that is a deep cut.
I
man.
didn't.
God,
Like, I
you
just
gotta-
randomly saw that in the dregs of the cast and crew, and I love it.
Well, fair enough. You get a gold star for that one, dude, because I did not notice that at all.
That brings something up. And
What's
we
that,
should
buddy?
Do Halloween late and do Ghostbusters.
Oh, dude, hell yeah! I just watched it literally before getting on the air because of the time bullshit with daylight savings. I was watching Adam Savage checking out like an original Ghostbusters 1 Slimer prop, and I was like, we gotta
Oh,
do
yeah.
Ghostbusters too.
Oh, dude, we should have
Yeah, we
done
gotta
that.
get on that.
I think we really missed the boat on Halloween.
That's all right.
I mean, we had a bunch of great
It's,
ideas like
We'll
after
do it
Halloween.
late, like we always do.
That's us. We do the second movie first, and then we
Yeah.
blow holidays. So
Fuck it, whatever.
Any other notable people that were in this? Because I didn't. I think I blew through all the ones that I saw.
The writer of Ray Parker Jr., the writer of I Need a New Drug. Wait, no, sorry. Ghostbusters theme. They're the same. I get confused.
Did he do I Need a New Drug?
No, but he, I hope I'm getting the story right. He essentially ripped it off because they wanted to use that as the theme song for the movie, and Huey Lewis didn't want to do it. So they just hired somebody to write something that was similar. Or had
Wow.
like a similar vibe.
Wow.
But like you can sing one to the other.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and there have apparently been a lot of like lawsuits back and forth. But
Interesting. Has anybody done a mashup on YouTube about that, man? Because I see these mashups.
I
Like,
don't know.
have you ever seen the Metallica one when he sings "Enter Sandman" to that Huey Lewis song? I can't. I should.
No,
die
but
for
I'm
not
into
knowing
it.
That Huey Lewis song. I can't remember.
I think I might have seen it, and I don't remember either.
I think it's "Hip to Be Square," and he does "Enter Sandman." It lines up like perfectly, man.
Yeah,
Like,
hip to be
that-
Sandman. Yep,
It is.
That's it. Hip to Be
is.
Sandman.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I love it.
It's nerd worthy.
Word. All right. Let's move on from Ray Parker Jr.
The only other notable, this is actually not notable at all, but the only other random ass shit is the young Asian girl who decides to marry the 80-year-old man was Princess Rubali in Gymkata, which I think is kind of awesome.
What?
So I don't know.
My
Gymkata
favorite
reference.
movie? Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
your all-time favorite flick.
You're
You're gonna go watch it now.
No, I'm not gonna go. Well,
Her name
I
was Techi Abayani. She's a Filipina actress. Also in the Money Pit, which I don't remember.
may. Money Pit, really?
Yeah, the Tom Hanks one.
Yep. Oh wow,
It's a very random cast.
that is super random. What beer delivery guy? What was what? Did her character have a name? Sam Chu. Oh, I got it right here. Lily. Yeah, Techi Abigani.
Lily. Yep.
Agbayani. Yeah. Wow, Gymkata, no shit. Oh, that is her. Holy shit. How about that? We need to do Gymkata. That is a action
classic.
gem. Yes. It's like amazing and shitty all at once. It's so good. It's funny. There's so much stupid crap in it. It's great.
Oh, Abraham Lincoln from Bill and Ted was in this too. He was the funeral home guy.
Oh yeah. What about the butler, dude? He was pretty funny.
What was he? I
don't know. I didn't recognize him, but he just was like doing that whole like orderlies. Ooh, these can't be the new orderlies. They're far too disorderly.
That's it.
I was like, oh, okay. the other choice line that I really liked was when said girls, when they pick them up and they all jump into the car and they're like, oh, who's this? Right? Because Ralph Bellamy's all like,
He's dead. Yeah.
passed out in the seat, like sleeping, not passed out, sleeping. Because they had to go get pizza or whatever. And they were like, well, we can't leave him there. Like, ha, ha, ha. It's so funny. And then, what's his name? Beatbox goes, oh, this is Cool Al. He's into drugs.
So fucking stupid, man.
No, but it made me laugh, dude. It was really
fair.
funny.
That's fair.
It was funny because he was like trying to cover up why there was like, because like at the time too, like, in that context, it's like, why is there a weird old white guy in your car? Oh, yeah, this is Cool Al. He's really into drugs.
You're like, okay, no problem.
And later you'll give him a chubby.
Yeah, right, for free.
Wow. All right, let's tie it to a tree and shoot it, dude.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot else here.
Yeah. I think we've mined the...
I dropped my Ray Parker nug.
we mined the couple inches that there were.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, there was something there.
No, we hit it. Ray Parker Jr., the pill bleep bloop, there. The raccoon
Like, shout
hat.
out to the 4-second long pill poker scene, because I remember that being like a huge thing.
Yeah.
I just remember that. That's the only thing I remember from the movie. And I was like, I don't know. I remember being like, that's the best. I love that. And it's so funny. And it was just like the most nothingest of things.
And then when you watch it as an adult, you're like, they're not even doing the drugs. And you're like, you wouldn't even want to do those drugs because they're like weird heart medications and,
Yeah.
things to make you shit your pants. And, who wants all that?
the doctor that came in at the
It's
end.
not going to give you a buzz.
No.
The doctor
These
came in,
orderlies unintentionally
Yeah.
saved this man's life by taking his
Yes.
medicines away.
As it happens, I overheard your conversation. He forgot to give them the pills, so they accidentally found a cure.
He'll be on the golf course in no time.
And then, like, the whole time, like, we haven't even talked about this, and I really, really want to stop talking about this movie, but I'm trying to do justice to the listeners, I guess. The whole movie was about the kid or the nephew or whatever with the gambling problem, hiring Tony Plana's buddies, Marco Rodriguez and these other people to come and rob the joint. You know what I mean? And I mean, that story thread was so stupid, dude. And, he kind of was not evil enough or douchey. I feel like he needed to be British to be more of a douchebag somehow. But, there was like one scene where he was like, now it's time to hatch my evil plan to steal my uncle's money,
Yeah.
I don't know, like that was it.
Giant vault full of gold.
Yeah, it just kind of went nowhere, because like once the boys there turned out Mr. Dennison or whatever his name was, Bellamy, he was like, yo, I'm down for the set, and like wherever you boys roll, I roll, and then they were playing polo together and all this kind of shit. Like the worst.
The thing about
I've
that
ever
dude,
given.
that was pretty bad. I love it. The thing about that dude being evil is he was, I don't know if it was like, it wasn't Scooby-Doo, but it was the whole like sneaks in with the needle and then gets caught at the last minute, over and over and over, and he throws the needle out and it kills his fucking stupid dog.
Oh my god, dude. That is
stupid,
so Scooby-Doo, dude.
And
Or something,
man.
yes.
Then the dog gets stuffed and it fucking trips him in the end, and like the dog was
And the
such
guy-
a huge thing.
And the guy is so upset about the dog too. He's like, in that one scene, remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, no.
Ridiculous.
It's fucking so dumb. I don't
Oh
even
boy,
know.
yeah, this is very
Okay.
dumb.
Any other nugs? Any other bits or bobs or whatever?
Okay, there was. I checked the section. There's 3 nuggets on this
Yeah.
terrible movie, and
There's not a lot
one
of
them
it
was
doubled its money. It was a $5 million budget and they
Yeah.
made $10 million bucks. So like,
hey man, good for them.
dude, good for them.
Good
Just
on
goes to
you,
show that
mate.
a potentially good investment isn't good,
Yeah,
Right?
or isn't necessarily good.
I agree. The only nugget that was interesting, which was actually interesting, was that the mansion was the Beverly Hillbillies mansion
Yeah, right.
from the show.
I love me some Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, I mean that show was pretty damn good.
No doubt.
was goofy.
No doubt.
Yeah, no more nuggets, and we had no deaths. So
How amazing was the end credits where they're wearing 3 T-shirts and trying to get their zany words to be spelled disorderlies, but it's always backwards. They can't get it right.
Oh, my God.
Those guys and their shenanigans.
this like the whole movie was like that. It was like you guys. You brought me down to the hood to buy drugs, and I almost got killed. You
Dude,
guys,
this is a nuggety bomb,
you
but
know?
that opening, just fucking driving in, and the dude's sitting in the trunk, and they like mac on those girls, like, "Hey, what's up, baby?" And they get thrown in jail at Palm Beach with how tight ass Palm Beach was.
Yeah.
It's fucking just
Right?
don't
And
ever
didn't
watch this movie,
feel like the
people.
cop-
Just don't ever watch this movie.
Yeah, yeah. We took the bullet for you.
We took the bullet for you. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Was that your recommendation? Are we wrapping up?
Yeah,
I
feel
don't
like
remember how.
Yeah.
I don't remember how we got to this. How we even came to this disaster. But as Chad said, we took the bullet for you. Don't watch it unless you're just like a huge Fat Boys fan from the 80s or something, or a huge Ralph Bellamy fan.
I love Ralph Bellamy. I've watched everything. I need to be a completionist and watch this movie. You don't. You don't. You just
Yeah, it's part of the Ralph. It's part of the Ralph Bellamy Criterion Collection. And now it's time to hear from Jar. I can't wait until this episode is over, Ego.
I really can't. I will echo the unless you're like a big Fat Boys fan or
Yeah.
some kind of completionist. You don't have to. You can sit this one out. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Sit this out. That was very Powers Booth from Red Dawn.
There you go.
Somehow.
Red Dong.
Yeah, Red Dong.
Red Dong Chong.
John Milius, baby. All right, so let's attempt to wash some of the taste out of our mouths. What do you want to do next week?
It's the Ghostbusters.
Let's do
Yes.
it. The OG.
The original, man. Yeah.
Ain't no fooling, man. Don't be fooling
I
now.
watched that one a good 4 or 5 months ago, and it's with the kids, and it was great.
I haven't seen it in a long
No,
time,
it's
but
very good.
it never fails to disappoint me, dude. I mean, it never. Wait, holy shit!
What?
Oh, that was a death.
Yeah.
That was a death.
Never
That was
fails
a
to
death.
disappoint me.
It never fails to it never fails to disappoint me. I think it never fails to deliver. Really, is what I should have said.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yes, sir.
Hang on one sec. Yeah. Slave 2. What are we doing? What do you want to do next week? Or Benny, what do you guys want to do next week?
Ghostbusters.
Can we try and synchronize the answer?
Yeah, we could. Yeah. Oh yeah. Do the wait.
Ghostbusters.
When it's something, that movie never
ahead.
fails to deliver.
Yeah, we'll sync it up in the post.
In honor of Ray Parker,
Yeah, there you go. In honor of Ray.
we're going to
Parker.
watch Kev's
It'll be a
least
Ray-
favorite movie.
No, it's a Ray Parker 2 for
Never fails to disappoint kids.
Never fails to disappoint me. Fucking
Ghostbusters.
piece of shit. I don't know who the fuck thought of this. I just the thought of watching Rick Moranis do that whole Lewis Tully
yeah.
routine just is so. That is worth the price of admission for me alone.
That's a boing sound
Not to
right
mention, I love when Dan Aykroyd sits there and talks about like weird technical shit, dude. Especially ghost-related technical shit, dude. It just it cracks me up.
there. No doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff in there.
Yeah, it was a free-roaming
good-
repeating vapor. Oh yeah, totally.
Real nasty one too.
Yeah. Tobin Spirit Guide? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, folks, there you have it. One of the best movies ever, and certainly one of the best movies we've ever seen, and one of the best episodes we've ever done. Disorderlies, starring the Fat Boys and Ralph Bellamy. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And stay tuned next week for another 80s classic. It's like a Ray Parker Jr. twofer. We're going to do the OG Ghostbusters, and that'll be exciting. So that's that. And this is us for now, saying so long.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode, folks. If you would like to check out the show notes for this episode, you can certainly do so in your podcast app of choice or at our website, ebd.fm/episodes/281. As we always do at the end of the show, we'd like to take a moment and thank everybody for listening to the show and supporting us in this endeavor of ours over these many years. It really means a lot to us. All the help that you've given us, from the Dunkin' Donuts gift cards to the Patreon support to the reviews. And for any new folks, new listeners out there that are wanting to know how can I help out this great show, you can do just that. You can support us directly with cash on Patreon. You can also tell your friends to check out the show, and you can write us a review. That helps a lot. Additionally, if anybody would like to join in the conversation on social media, you can find us on Instagram. We use the handle @EBD Podcast. And that's it. Thanks for joining us for Disorderlies. We'll see you next week for Ghostbusters. So long for now, folks.
Episode, everybody dies.
Beady, beady, beady.
Ghostbusters.
Yo, hook my mic up, please. Make the bass come out so clear. Please. I'm asking KB. Ready?
Yeah, ready?
When fresh beats and rhymes collide, zombies show it's a hop and the fat boys about to get ready for this. We give it up, no slack. You guessed it, the fat boys are back. And cool. And for human beatbox, one time in your mind. Amazing to the eye, devastating to the ear. And if you've never seen him, you wonder where his beats come from. Machine or man, he's also cutting up cause he's in command. So cut it up. With me, because the tropical places where MCs are mean, where the eyes turn red and the tongues turn green. Some of them fat and some quite lean, but they all step back when I'm on the scene, because I make them break them, quick them, shake them, slap accent on the top, and short enough, big them, I can grease the pen. I got the juice, the girl, that 5'8" with natural curls, a cool rock skis. I heard you in the place to be. Cool rock ski, as you can see, master of the desert, the chief of the east, and when I'm on the mic, I'm making it just hot, hip hop off this, I'm qualified. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Bolder than bad, I'm bad and bold. I'm on the microphone, take complete control. With the human being box on the side of me. Guarantee the rock the rhythm, make you move your feet. I like that, I like Big Shaw. And when I fire my father, I never miss. know how I got